You are now listening to the Salty Virgins Podcast.
Welcome to the Salty Virgins Club Podcast. I'm here with Kevin, Jackson, Patrick. Feels like shit. Quote.
He drank around the world yesterday.
Hey, well,
So he's definitely in hell today too.
he did it to himself. Self-afflicted wounds.
I don't think it's possible to drink around the world without getting a hangover unless you just like skip countries because there's just so much sugar.
And
To be
so
had.
much alcohol.
Maybe make
Fun
some
experience.
strong fucking drinks.
Yeah.
He was spilling a lot of drinks too.
Well, that's usual.
He spilled about $40 worth of drinks drinking around the world.
That's crazy.
It's about
just
one and a
started
half,
drinking.
1.5 drinks.
Yeah, just two drinks.
I'd start licking them off the ground. Ain't no fucking way.
Listen, if I go to Mexico and get my fucking $20 spicy margarita and drop it, yeah, I'm licking that shit off the floor.
I had an $18 drink that was like 3 ounces yesterday, and I'm still salty about it.
How? What was it?
So, it was marketed to me as like a alcoholic Thai iced tea. 'Twas not. It had like actual tea in it. Like they brewed tea and then like infused it with whiskey. It was like real fanciful and whatnot, and that's cool. But like, I don't want that for.
But like most of the
$18.
convoluted alcohol things, waste of goddamn time, shouldn't exist.
Time, money, and effort. Yeah, I agree.
Kayla and I went to St. Augustine Friday, Saturday this weekend because her family was there to go to a concert, but we just went to the bars with them Friday night and hung out Saturday, which ended up just everyone being hungover in the house.
Yeah, that sounds about
Because we ended the night at White Lion in St. Augustine, which is a great bar. They have an outside bar. The inside bar is packed, cesspool. Outside bar is just no one at it, and it's cash only. But I had $40 on me, and the drinks were $3.25, or a double for $6.50.
You
So I
were
would
a
go-
king.
I would go up to get a drink from the guy. He'd be like, "You want to just make a double?" Be like, I mean, yeah. And then before I knew it, I don't know how many doubles I had. The next day was shot.
Yeah, it sounds about
How much
right.
money do you have left? Zero? Probably. You probably got 5 doubles.
I think between Kayla and I, we didn't spend more than $40, and I was drinking.
Yeah, that sounds about
But
right.
drinks were basically half price because I was paying $6-7 for drinks at the other bars. And then we got to this fucking bar, and it was like, okay, I guess they're just operating on a different business model.
They said quantity, not quality, and you said bet.
Did say yes. That was my It was fun.
I respect it.
Didn't feel good afterwards. I'll say it, but it was fun.
We went to the aquarium this weekend.
Where's the aquarium?
It's on Coney Island.
Oh boy.
Why does that make it feel like they just like strap like a fucking tube of horn or like a fucking vuvuzela to like a dog or something and call it like, hey, here's a beluga whale or narwhal.
Sadly,
It's just a grift. It's just
I wish it was that. that would have made it
Like-
much better. I'm going to be
Like they
honest
just
with you. if
put it
would
and
have
then they
done
put a
that.
sack around the dog. It's like, here's a seal. Bark, bark.
No, they actually had seals and stuff, and the seals are cool. The seals were there to make their money. Like they knew rent was due on the first. That they were swimming around. They were like coming up to the glass, and like you could move them around with your hands and shit. Like the seals were ready to make some money.
It's like,
Some of the sharks were there to make some money. Most of the other fish and stuff not there to make their money. I'll say it. They were there to sleep. And I get it. We might have went a little early. You know, maybe fish have a different circadian rhythm than we do. But
I think they're just tired of being in fucking Coney Island.
I can't agree more. Also, they're
Well,
doing a
also-
bunch of like
yeah, they might also be exhausted from all the cancer they ate from being on Coney Island.
Absolutely. Also, they're doing a bunch of like improvements on the trains. And I say improvements loosely because not a goddamn thing has changed, but the trains have not been working.
Yeah,
their
besides
usual.
trains are just out of commission.
Yeah. Which is probably the whole system collapsing and they just don't want to tell us that.
Or
But,
or they can be installing piss troughs on the train.
You know what? That would be an improvement, and I would be happy about it. And that's really all I can
people are
say.
going to piss on the train no matter what. Might as well give them a place to actually piss.
Yeah, one urinal and one stall in the corner. Might as well.
Just put a
But,
bucket in the corner of every train car.
Of course, the places we wanted to go this weekend required the two trains that are off, that are just like not running. So the L train off, and then the F train also off. So we had to take the C to the S, which buddy did we not know that existed, to the Q for an hour.
Never
And
heard
then
someone mention the C train or the S train.
The C train is like a pretty big one. It goes all the way from Queens to Manhattan to like North Manhattan. That's pretty normal. The S, nobody's gotten on the S train ever besides us, I think. It goes directly to Prospect Park, which does have a zoo, by the way. Did not know, now I know. We'll probably go. It's $10.
Oh,
Must be
that seems like a red flag for a zoo.
It's the reddest of flags. But they do have a palace cat, which are those big fluffy cats that sit on their tails. Those are kind of cool.
The ones that are
So,
super lethal but look like friends.
yes. And they have a red panda. I don't know how they afford the red panda, but they have it.
You don't want to know how they got it.
I certainly don't. But yeah, so it was quite a trek to get anywhere where we went to dinner because the F train is off. Was difficult to get to. That's why it was a little late because we had to go out of the way.
Yeah, trains in New York.
Notoriously terrible.
Well, usually, like, overall, compared to the rest of the U.S., like, good. For what they are, good. But just, like, when you need them to be good, they refuse.
Not only do they refuse, but they are like miserably bad when like you need them to be good. Emma just texted me to remind me. So the L train, a pretty important train in Brooklyn, instead of like having the train run, they turned it into a bus. So like you would take the bus for the L train, and I don't know if you've seen the size of a bus versus the size of a train, but a bus is about 10 times smaller, and they tried to put about 10 times as many people
They
on
just tried to put
those
everyone on the
buses.
goddamn bus?
Yes. And so when we were out at dinner last night, we saw people on the L bus that was running as a train, and they couldn't breathe on that train. There's no way, or on that bus. There's just no way. Because they were literally nuts to butts, every single person. Like sardines. Like little sardines.
Sounds like actual hell. I'll say it.
Yeah. Did not get on it. We just walked a little farther to get on the G train. But it was it's been a hellacious weekend in New York, I'll say it. I'll say it. And it's been cold.
Yeah, that's not going to get any better, brother.
It's getting better this week. It's going to be 55 degrees this week, which...
You're going to get a little taste, and you're going to plunge back into hell.
Hey, listen, we didn't get that shit Buffalo got.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
He said they got 67 inches of snow.
I'm 66 inches!
God.
I am exactly 66 inches. And if it was 67 inches and I walked outside... First of all, if it's 48 inches and I walk outside, I'm just not going. I live indoors forever. But 67 inches is crazy.
Yeah,
That's too much snow.
An observation point outside the Bills Stadium got 80 inches from Thursday to today. Or to yesterday. Last night.
Crazy.
Holy shit.
It's literally crazy.
They had videos of the Bills players, like the neighborhoods, clearing snow so they could get their fucking cars to get to the facility to take a bus to Detroit to play their football game. The existence is hell.
Honestly, Vontae Davis was right. Just quitting in the middle, just like, I'm good, bro. Like, I don't want to do this no more. I get it.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. It was a nice...
67 inches is crazy. That's just too much now. And I'm sure that's only going to get better, right?
yeah. I'm sure this once in 100 year snowstorm will not reoccur every third or fourth year now.
Every third or fourth week.
Yeah, it'll be a month from now. I'll be like, damn, that's crazy. Buffalo got 8 feet of snow this weekend.
Yeah.
It's gonna be out, they're gonna be out there looking like fucking day after tomorrow.
That movie might have been on to something. Now, it was ridiculous in its like entirety, but they might have been on to something.
Yes, so was Al Gore in Inconvenient Truth, and we fucking hate Al Gore.
We sounds like a lot of people. I don't really have beef with Al Gore.
He probably did some awful political shit, but yeah, he at least shut the hell up and is now doing probably awful things just behind the scenes.
In fairness, Al Gore might have been the first person who got an election stolen from him. Like, if we really want to talk... Like, looking back on it... So, at some point in law school, I did have to read Bush v. Gore because it's got, like, some constitutional issues in there. And I read it, and I was like, hey, this don't seem right. And then I read it again, and I was like, oh, no, okay, all right, yeah, we have a functioning democracy. Yep, that's what we have.
All those votes, don't count them. If you count them, we'll arrest you.
Right. Yeah. We have a functioning democracy. Also, Trump's back on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter now, and I noticed Trump's back on Twitter, and Kanye is back on Twitter now.
Yeah, Kanye got reinstated today.
Yeah.
Trump got reinstated yesterday.
Has Trump tweeted?
I don't think so yet.
Yeah, because I was reading like on the Reddit post about it. It's like apparently he signed like an exclusivity contract with Truth Social, so he loses money if he tweets instead of posting on Truth Social.
That's very funny. That's somehow funnier than anticipated. I like that.
Well,
isn't Kanye trying to buy Truth Social, or is it Parler? Is he trying to buy Parler?
I don't know.
I don't care.
Are they different things?
Yes, they're technically different things. Parler has existed for like a little bit now.
Since at least January 6th, 2020.
Yes.
Or 2020.
Yeah. And Truth Social was created after Trump got banned from Twitter. And I'm pretty sure it's run by some shitbag Republican senator or like Devin Nunes. That sounds right.
Sure. Yep. That's a person.
It has a bunch of empty offices and does nothing. It's basically a money laundering scheme for the former president of the United States.
Sweet.
Having a good time. I do have to say, while everything is horrible, Trump running for president against Ron DeSantis is going to be laugh out loud hilarious.
I don't know. I think it's going to make me want to kill myself because one of them's going to win.
It's going to be that.
Brother, that was always the end goal here.
It didn't matter, but it's going to be that same tweet. It's like, wow, I feel awful about the future of our country, but this is tremendous content. Evergreen.
Yep. Because it's just so funny because DeSantis molded himself in the image of Trump, and then Trump was like, I don't like
He's like, I fucking hate this dude. This guy sucks. Stop voting for him.
And so now I need to know how this turns out. Is DeSantis going to vie for its attention like Donald Trump Jr.? Because that'll be funny. I'll like that.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll do a Ted Cruz and simp for Trump.
I'll like
it's
that.
It's like, you're goddamn right, Mr. Trump. My wife is ugly.
Or maybe you'll grow a backbone, and then maybe you'll just be mean to Trump, and that'll also be funny. I don't think either will happen. I think a weirder third option will happen.
It's like it's like we're now running for co-president. That's not a thing. We're also performing a coup, so we can be co-president.
They're gonna be king and prince.
Oh no, man! What?
That can't be good.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know what it is.
It
can't be good.
Post-style Jaylen Brown tweet. Energy and it's him retweeting a video of Black Hebrew Israelites outside of Barclays.
Oh boy.
I know exactly where they're staying. I haven't even seen it. I know exactly where they're standing, and I hate it here. I'm going to be honest with you.
Y'all are going to try and go to Target, and it's like, you can't get past the 5%ers.
1%ers, yeah.
Yep. In funnier news, someone got a picture of Johnny Sins on the US Bank Stadium Jumbotron today.
For salute to service.
That's fucking hilarious.
Someone tweeted at Vikings, "This is my cousin Joel who served in the army. He's always been an inspiration and someone I look up to for his heroism. He's also a huge Vikes fan. # skull salute. It's Johnny Sins."
That's good. That's good stuff. Put that right into my veins. That's good stuff.
God. Love fucking tricking the Jumbotron operators. UCF game had like 4 separate students. They just kept getting the camera guys, like fake cheering, and then super aggressive dick sucking motions. By like the last one, they just fucking finally gave up and just like left it on them for like 4 seconds. Like, we're sick of this.
We can't win.
Like, this is what you want. This is what you'll get.
You want to suck dick on camera? Suck dick on camera, then. That's very funny.
Bad week. College football's bad. NFL football's bad. Football's bad.
LSU might make the playoff. They beat Georgia.
I don't. Well, yeah. I mean,
they beat Georgia.
The situation is now very confusing.
Yeah.
Well, it's either very straightforward or confusing as hell. But
go Forgs.
Go Forgs.
Go Forgs. Forgs win. Because
that fucking killed me.
Clemson is 1 loss. TCU, Ohio State, and Michigan are undefeated, but those two play each other next week.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee's dead, and Hooker tore his ACL, which really, really fucking sucks.
Yeah.
LSU, I thought LSU had 3 losses.
They have 2 losses and then 2 huge wins.
Oh, I thought LSU had 3 losses.
No, they got 2.
LSU has to beat Georgia, but if they beat Georgia, they make the playoff.
Yeah, because they beat the undefeated Ole Miss team, and then they beat Alabama.
God.
Which is
Florida State. It turns out Ole Miss actually isn't any good, but
no, they stink, but they were undefeated at the time.
Florida State's going to beat the Gators by about 5 touchdowns next week.
The Gators stink. The Gators lost to Vanderbilt.
Hey, listen, Vandy's a killer. They beat Kentucky last week.
They kicked UCF off.
You said Vanderbilt, my boy.
And it's not baseball season.
No.
That was a horrendous game.
They kicked UCF off of Black Friday so they can put fucking FSU UF on it, and now we have to watch a team that lost to Vanderbilt play.
On purpose.
The alternative was watching a team that lost to fucking Navy. I mean...
Hey, we support our troops.
What's the beef? You guys respected a lot of troops this weekend, a fucking 3-win team.
Yeah, it's tough. That's real tough.
Listen, we salute the service.
South Carolina really... We respect it. South Carolina really beat the dog shit out of Tennessee.
They beat the brakes off Tennessee.
They ran out of fireworks.
Is Spencer Rattler good?
No. Well, he is very talented. He is
not good at quarterback.
Good at the sport.
No.
But sometimes
I want him to be good so bad.
Sometimes
but
that
also,
talent clicks, and then you score 9 touchdowns.
Yeah. And then sometimes you look like a dickhead anytime you talk. He's like lighter Pat Mahomes in a bad way.
he's like drawing Pat Mahomes from memory. If you just like saw one picture of Pat Mahomes and waited 2 weeks.
Yeah. He's not even like high yellow. He's just like, I don't know what you would call that. I can't even think of an old-timey black saying to call him. That's what he looks like. It's crazy. Good for him.
What are the Jets gonna do?
Waste
draft,
waste the season, waste a year of all their rookie contracts. Throw Zach Wilson right back out there.
Yep.
They can't start him another game, right? Like they can't.
Oh, they're going to.
They can't. What? They can't.
No. Having him on the roster at this point is malpractice, but they're going to keep starting him.
I want to look at the Jets' offensive stats today.
I don't think you do.
They had. Take a guess how many yards they had in the second half.
8.
400% too large.
No, 2. Come on.
They had 2 yards. 2? 1, 2?
Yes.
Total?
I'm pretty sure they had like 103 total yards in the game.
They had
They gotta fire everybody.
77 passing yards and like 60 rushing yards.
You have to net the sack yards because he got sacked.
Oh yeah, I do not have. I'm doing.
I think he got sacked 4 times for 30 yards.
Oh yeah, 103 total yards. Yeah. That'll
Professional football.
do it. The worst part about this was that game was supposed to go to overtime until they just let up a fucking punt return. 5 seconds left for a touchdown.
They did the old Deshaun Jackson play. It's like, you know what? It definitely won't bite us in the ass if we just kick a normal punt, right? With 5 seconds, right?
It did.
They're not going to try
So,
to
like,
score.
What's his face? Stroud. Is Stroud good enough to, like, cause people to be like, yeah, we need this guy? Or is he
Someone's
just
going
like...
to trade a haul for the move up
No,
him.
that's not what I fucking asked you, and you know it. Is he good enough to change somebody's fortunes?
I don't know.
Or are we just, like, not guessing anymore on quarterbacks after this Trevor Lawrence thing
Oh,
is
no.
not working out?
Quarterback's the most important position. It does not matter. They will...
No.
He has the
I
He has
know.
the traits. He will be picked first. He could be good. He also just couldn't. But he has the traits to be a good NFL quarterback.
Yeah. No. I see all of the things that you kind of want to see. He's got the big... Well, it's not a big arm, but he's got a big enough arm. He seems to throw people open. He seems to do all of the things that you want him to do. But that's what we thought about Trevor Lawrence. That's what we thought about... Not so much Justin Fields, but some of the others in there. And I got some news. Those guys stink.
Yep. There's 32 NFL teams. There's about 8 good NFL quarterbacks on the planet.
8 is stretching it. Because Dak Prescott might not be good anymore.
Yeah, he kind of...
Matt Stafford, not good.
Listen, Tua be underthrowing the hell out of his receivers, but he has Tyreek and fucking Waddle, so it's looking real elite.
Yeah, he's looking elite. That's what he's looking.
I mean, stat-wise, the boy's elite. Do you see them passes floating in the air, underthrow? I mean, Tyreek's is real good at adjusting to it.
Yeah, it's real easy when you run 4.139.
Yeah.
When you're as fast as Olympians, yeah, it's pretty easy.
My quarterback had 9 completions on 22 attempts for 77 yards today, so football's pretty much done.
Yards.
Football's pretty much done.
I think overall, quarterbacks stink and DBs are getting much better. So it's causing this very weird flux of, like, awful football.
Then we had, like, an all-pro rookie running back.
Well, also,
Yeah.
defensive linemen are now just... That it used to be like, oh, every 5 years, like, wow, how does this person exist? How is this person have the same same DNA as I do? And now there's like 3 of those guys a draft.
There's like 3 of those guys a team now, sometimes. Like, the Eagles have 3 of those guys that are just, like, monsters.
Yeah.
The fucking Bills got 3 of those guys.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys have 3 of those guys. And DBs who will strap your ass up. Like,
I gotta look at the Cowboys box score from today. The Vikings were supposed to be so good.
No, they weren't.
the Cowboys... No, as long as Kirk Cousins is your quarterback, they were never going to be that good.
But no, like they were like
Cousins is the
officially fraudulent because like they had consistently been like the lowest DVOA like rated team week after week, just fucking winning games though.
7 sacks.
It's a lot of sacks.
And it was like, yeah, Jaron Kearse had 1, Micah Parsons had 2, Dorrance Armstrong had 2, Dante Fowler, go Gators, had 1, and DeMarcus Lawrence had 1. Like, they were taking turns just beating the brakes off of Kirky Cousins.
Yep.
I'm glad all the fraudulent teams this week got exposed. Fucking Giants lost to the Lions.
Micah Parsons had 5 QB hits. Micah Parsons could have eaten Kirk Cousins.
I can't wait to see the video of Micah Parsons on the airplane going back home with a chain on.
With the chains? Oh, yeah.
With every chain. God, dude.
Definitely.
Oh, man. But yeah, I think DBs and, to Jackson's point, defensive linemen are just significantly better. Like, back in the day, we used to have the Lawrence Taylors of the world who smoked crack, but was as good at football as you get.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor existed, and it's like, wow, we haven't seen a single body like Lawrence Taylor's for 30 years. And then we got like 12.
And now, everybody, even the Bosa brothers, both of them.
Yeah, even the white guys are doing it now. Joey Bosa, Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, Aiden Hutchinson is surprisingly actually playing well.
He's actually really good. I'm shocked. I did not think he was going to be good.
No, I thought it was like white guy that went to Michigan super overrated. But apparently he's playing well.
He's pretty good, gotta say. That team stinks, but he doesn't. But yeah, it's a tough scene out here to be an NFL quarterback. Meanwhile, Taylor Heineke is out here.
The Green Lizard.
He does have a thing where he buys like a team colorway of sneakers
After
for
he
every
beats them.
team he beats, which is super fire.
Yeah, fine
if
with
he
it.
wasn't if he wasn't Taylor Heineke.
If he wasn't also drinking a
fine
garbage
with it.
can full of Bush Lights,
Yeah. Well, that's Jackson's king, actually.
I'd never drink a Bush.
He's lying to you and everyone else right now. If I put an 18 rack of Bush Light in front of Jackson and said, you have 1 hour, there will be no Bush Light, and I will have 40 more minutes.
PBR, Bush Light, I don't know. Bush Light just like something about it doesn't sit well with me.
You see what he subbed out for Bush Light? PBR.
Oh
So,
yeah, no, and like
a man with standards.
in that tier of like ultra cheap beer where like you're paying $4 for a 6-pack, like Bush PBR, Miller High
Miller
Life.
High Life.
Gi-
High Life goes crazy.
Give me the High Life. Give me the High Life first of all.
I don't know why, but High Life goes crazy.
It's something with the
High
bottle
Life does go
shapes.
crazy.
It's the bottle shapes. The cans are good. I don't know, man. It goes crazy for no reason. No reason that it goes crazy. But it goes crazy. It goes crazy.
And any of you guys watch Cutter get lose? I don't know. I know the World Cup started today.
I was golfing. I assumed that game was going to go the way it did, and it did. So I just caught updates. But I will be watching the USA game tomorrow.
So
I absolutely wished that Ecuador would have lost so we could have had the Cutter bought the World Cup scandal just for a little bit.
there's already
That would've
been
been fun.
reports that they tried to bribe the Ecuadorian team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have been sick.
So when Cutter gets blown out and like misses the bracket stage, do you think they just like start arresting people? Like, okay, we're sick of this now. Time for everyone. To
At
go to
least
jail.
one player will go missing from some team. One person will be missing. I'm sure of that.
Yeah. So,
For better or for worse, somebody's going missing.
imagine flying all the
Yeah.
way to Cutter and having to drink fucking Bud Zeros.
No. I just wouldn't go. Like, if I wasn't playing, I just wouldn't go. Like, Cutter is not a place in any sort of situation that I want to go. So, I was just like, no, I'm cool. I wouldn't go. Also, I don't speak whatever language they speak. I'm not even
Arabic.
sure what language they speak. Is it Arabic? Are we sure of that?
Fairly certain, because
They might speak Farsi or something. I don't know. But I'm not trying to go to prison in a place where they speak that. I'm going to be honest with you about that. I've seen Locked Up Abroad. They don't treat people well.
I've listened to the fucking Future album.
Yeah, we heard what happened to Esco. I don't want to go to jail there. I'm going to be honest with you.
Arabic is the
don't worry.
official language of Qatar.
Okay. don't speak that. I don't even know nobody who speaks that. I don't even know anybody who speaks that.
To be fair, that's not really a barrier generally when traveling,
They also-
especially when going to something like the World
No, no,
Cup.
no, no, no.
Of all the reasons to not go to Qatar, not speaking Arabic is like so fucking low on the list.
No. So low. But if I'm going to do something that's going to get me locked up, I want to know at least one person I can call.
Yeah, no, I mean, people going to Qatar for the World Cup, I mean, just they were supposed to have alcohol at the game. And to be fair, like they stopped. They're not selling alcohol at the games. They're still selling alcohol at a couple places, but it's just going to be
Two. No, like literally a couple. There are 2 places in the entire country you can buy alcohol for the World Cup.
Yeah. But they're selling Bud Zero, a whole lot of it. So
Nothing like Budweiser for the taste.
it's one of the things I was reading a lot about it on Twitter, and it's like people saying like, oh, I mean, listen, it's part of their culture. You have to be respectful of it. It's like, I get that. But the thing is, like, nothing else about it was kosher at all. And then they said, oh, yeah, no, we're going to make this happen. It's for sure. Like, we're going to make, we have the World Cup here. People from all over the world. It's a celebration. And then everyone touched down, and they were like, no alcohol.
It's like that check
That's
cleared?
the part
That
that
check
pisses
cleared?
people off.
Okay, cut it off. Turn it off.
Budweiser is like a title sponsor of the entire fucking tournament.
75 mil. $75 million endorsement deal.
That's it. That
things
seems
are going
way
swimming.
low.
Yeah, it's super low. Honest to God, it's super low. But, I mean,
So things are going well.
Anything to support slavery, I guess.
I don't even want to get into it. I don't want to get into the slavery of it all.
Hopefully the U.S. beats Wales tomorrow.
I sure hope so.
They need to because they play fucking England as their next game. So losing to
England's
Wales.
gonna shit their pants again. Who cares?
The USA also known to shit their pants. Let's
That's a fact.
get out in front of
but
that.
We gotta beat them once again because Lizzie's in a box.
If it's a pants shit off, I trust the U.S. to do worse than England.
But Lizzie's in a box. She's in a box.
She isn't a
I
ball.
really.
That's facts.
I'm not.
I need the USA fans to chant Lizzie's in a box. I need
really.
that.
Yeah.
That would be good shit.
Do the Welsh like Queen Elizabeth?
No.
Oh, yeah. They might get a full blown Lizzie in the box chant going tomorrow. Like between the U.S. fans and the Welsh fans. Oh, yeah.
Be funny.
It would be good. Well, that's all we got for you. And don't forget, Lizzie's in a box.
She's in
She's
a
in a
box.
box.
Go
See you next
USA.
time. Yeah. Is Pulisic playing?
Yes, he got cleared.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Benzema's not. That's tragic.
He's a bitch. Fuck him.
One of the best players in the world going down and training 2 days before the World Cup isn't great. But what are you going to do?
Get fucked.
At Denmark now.
Precisely that.
All right. We'll see you in the next one.
See y'all.